It's the Rundown, Thursday, September 19th, presented by Factor. Sunny days are calling. Fuel up for them with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals, Glenny Balls and Tommy Smokes, in time for fall, thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. How many minutes?
2 minutes, baby.
That's it.
It's 120 seconds.
Damn, you're smart. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. Balls, what are you waiting for? With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this month with dietitian approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Tommy, make sure your day is delicious. From breakfast to dessert, stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. Head to factormeals.com/rundown50 and use code rundown50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code rundown50 at factormeals.com/rundown50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Factor. Actually really good. We had them during Surviving Barstool last year.
Yeah, fantastic.
They were great.
The vanilla smoothie or protein shake,
yeah,
whatever.
They were really
so good.
Cody liked them a lot. Patriots head coach Jared Mayo cuts Jalen Reagor after his Instagram post. Reagor, who we know can't catch, he was on the Eagles. He was a first-round pick by the Eagles. He was on the Patriots practice squad. And then he posted that meme on his Instagram story of the Bugatti inside of like the shack, like crumbling garage. And then he was cut immediately by Jared Mayo. Smitty hates Jalen Reagor because he just has like bricks for hands. He never learned how to catch a football.
They drafted him over Justin Jefferson too.
And then that's the clip where the Vikings are
laughing at them.
They're cracking up. They're like, what is this team doing, drafting him? So yeah, there it is. 21st, Jalen Reagor. 22nd to the Vikings, Justin Jefferson, and then Ayuk went 25th. Yeah, Patrick Queen, great player also.
T. Higgins, Michael Pittman,
This is
DeAndre Swift, Xavier McKinney.
Heavy draft. Whoa, holy
What a loaded draft.
Who went number one?
Oh, this was Burrow.
Yeah, this is when Chase went number
What
two.
a loaded year.
Yeah. All right.
Herbert.
So yeah, the question is it coincidence that he got cut after posting that picture, or did he get cut because he?
Because of the photo.
Easily. It's like we just don't need drama from a practice squad guy.
Not even that. I feel like you're just undermining authority. You know, you're trying to come at the king.
You love authority. You respect authority. I do too.
I would assume Mayo felt disrespected by that. It's his choice.
I'm a guy who respects authority, and you are as well. It wasn't a jab, Glenn.
It's his choice to have him on the practice
Speaking
squad.
of jabs, Tommy took a jab today, but that's a whole nother story.
I got a flu shot. I did not get the vaccine.
Oh, you got the vaccine today?
You got
No.
Yes.
Look, I always get my flu shot. I don't take the other liberal poison.
There's video evidence of Tommy getting the jab. That's all I'm going to say.
Content.
Yep.
My main thing here is that Jalen Reagor sounds like he should be a dragon. I've always thought that. His name sounds like he should be a dragon.
Well, Reagor is a character in Game of Thrones.
Right. It's just
and Reagor is the dragon.
Very dragonish. There is the chance that he just saw that meme for the first time and thought it was funny. He's a little late to the internet. But no, I mean, I like it by Mayo, establishing a culture. I think he's been impressive so far, 1-1. If we want to do a little Thursday night preview, I like them to cover tonight.
Against the Jets.
Against the Jets. And
Aaron's first experience in the big Jets-Pats rivalry.
His first home game.
In MetLife. First home game since he went down in MetLife Stadium.
I love the
Gang
Jets.
Green's going to be buzzing.
Yeah.
Jets, Jets.
You're such a disgrace.
Wait,
why?
I actually don't hate the Jets, but
well, no, he's an Aaron Rodgers guy.
I know.
He hung out with him.
No, I'm also a Jet. I'm just a Jets guy in general. Like I always say with the Jets and the Giants. I always say with the Jets and Giants, I saw my 2 Super Bowls. We're in different conferences. We play them once every 4 years. I don't hate the Jets. The Jets have been so bad. I don't hate the Jets. Not like Rangers Islanders.
I would say,
it's so different.
what about the Islanders?
It's so different.
I
played
hated
them.
the Jets.
In the same division, we play
Yeah.
them, and they're the worst. The
Okay.
Jets, I don't think the Jets made the playoffs since like 2013.
Yeah.
No, 2010.
20,
I've hated
Is that
the
Mark
Jets.
Sanchez?
That was Rex Ryan,
That's when
yeah.
I hated them. Was the Mark Sanchez,
Oh.
Rex Ryan.
when Rex was such a cocksucker.
Such
that,
a piece of
and then remember when Brandon Jacobs hit him with Fat Boy?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it was
yeah.
like 2 years where the Jets went to the AFC
09 and
Championship,
10.
and they were insufferable. And then the next year, the Giants just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
that was the peak of me hating.
That was
the
our
Jets.
first year in high school too. In
Yeah.
2010, we went to high school, and friggin' I went to like a high school with Tommy. I think you
Hold
knew
on.
all your friends
Your
before.
freshman year of high school in 2010?
Yeah.
That was my senior year of college.
You're older.
But yeah, no. So it's me. Tommy went to a high school where he like knew his friends already. I was meeting a bunch of new people at mine, and all these Jets fans they were such cocky little assholes for being Jets fans. Then we just won the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah, it was great.
It was
It's
rock and roll.
fantastic.
But now I'm like, whatever. It's been 14 years. They
I
could
didn't realize you were a Giants and Jets fan.
I do not hate the Jets at all. I am
something new
pro.
about
I don't hate the
Jets.
Jets like I hate the Mets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I am
That's
pro
way
Jets.
different. Or Islanders, I hate way more.
All right,
Mets.
well, the reason you guys are on is this is a very football-oriented rundown.
football.
Mel Kiper Jr., he called the band the Two High Safeties. I know, Tommy, before we started the rundown, you said, I know everything about this topic.
Mm-hmm.
You studied film, you know everything about the Two High Safeties. Basically, oh, wait, can you go back, please? He said he blames Two High Safeties for quarterbacks becoming check down kings and making football like more screen pass oriented and short pass oriented. He wants to go back to just bombing it out there. This is all Mel Kiper's words, not mine. He misses when football was in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. It's just classic old guy saying old guy things. Mel said, I grew up with the best of the National Football League in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Johnny Unitas, Frank Tarkenton, Ken State. He just listed all the old quarterbacks. Roger Staubach. He thinks they don't take deep shots down the field anymore.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, quarterbacks have more passing yards now than ever?
No, now it's
This
pendulum
season
has switched back.
This season's on a downswing.
And even last season was down a little. I was reading some article the other day about like how much offense is down, and they were basically saying it's because there's like less space on the field because like defensive players are getting bigger,
They're too fast.
stronger, faster.
They need to
and,
widen
like,
the field.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah.
say. I think if you widen the field a little bit, that maybe would lead to more offense. I think I'm never big on like banning strategies.
Well, I didn't like them banning the shift in baseball.
That I did like.
You did
Yeah.
like that.
That stinks.
Which I know is but
the
like
shift.
there
Learn
are
to hit the other way.
I'm a lefty. I'm a live lefty. Shifts should be banned. It's fucked up. It's not fair.
like there's rules in football where you can line up and not line up. There's
Sure.
rules in basketball where you can, not be in the paint. I did say I don't like banning strategies, but I just hated watching fucking lefties hit 210 every year because they would get a second baseman in the middle of the right field. But yeah, I'll shoot you straight. I don't know exactly what two high safeties mean. I
He
guess
just
he
wants
wants
to-
them to be
Closer to the line of scrimmage.
So then more guys
Yeah,
just
that's-
then they would just run 4 verticals and we score touchdowns.
Right.
Touchdowns.
That's what he wants.
That's what I want. I'm with him.
No, I'm a West Coast offense guy.
Yeah, I see it both ways. I think it would be an interesting concept to try out just to see how much it would change the game. But I do
But then, like, what about the end of a game? Like, prevent defense. You're not allowed to do that?
be kind of sick.
Prevent defense never works. It probably help them.
True.
I do widening the field would be cool. It would also like help limit huge hits though, which I think you love, Tommy,
Yeah.
like because concussions are fake. So like because the players all run 4.4s now, so if you widen the field, it takes one more step to get to an open receiver. So less boom, big hits, but more space to get open and.
I'm big on, like, just let the game evolve as it's evolving. I don't think you have to change rules every time that, like, things like, football has kind of sucked this year, to be
I
honest.
kind of agree. The more we're talking, I kind of agree with Mel Kiper here.
Yeah, it's been. I just saw a tweet actually. It's been the 2 lowest scoring weeks to start of season since 2006 this year.
Yeah, I stand with Kipes.
But I mean, I don't know. The game evolves. It goes through things. Maybe teams are going back to running the football now. 10 years from now, maybe they go back to passing. That's just the evolution
ebbs and
of
flows.
sport. Yeah, the evolution
Yeah.
of a game.
Yeah, like climate change just cycles. It's not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. That segment of the rundown was brought to you by Stella Blue. That's Big Cat's coffee. Football season is back, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Stella Blue's coffee. Stella Blue Coffee's new fall collection. Whether you're tailgating in the crisp autumn air or cheering from the comfort of your couch, our new maple pumpkin pie, that sounds amazing. Our new maple pumpkin
like the
pie
crumb cake
and
sounds.
apple crumb cake blends are the ultimate game day
Companions.
Glennie, you're crazy. Maple pumpkin pie delivers a combination of creamy, classic pumpkin pie with buttery pie crust and a touch of sweet maple syrup. Apple crumb cake features delicious flavors of sweet apple, cinnamon, and brown sugar, all wrapped in a rich, buttery crumb finish. That really sounds great. Available in both ground coffee and K-Cup varieties, these seasonal flavors will fit seamlessly into your coffee routine. Grab Stella Blue Coffee limited edition fall flavors today at StellaBlueCoffee.com or Amazon. Use promo code RUNDOWN to enjoy 20% off your order of $25 or more on StellaBlueCoffee.com. So use code RUNDOWN on StellaBlueCoffee.com to save 20%, or you can also find it on Amazon, but you don't get to save 20% there. Make every day a victory this fall.
I had the blueberry Stella Blue coffee yesterday. Very good.
Is that the Barstool Trent one?
I'm not sure.
That's the foreplay.
It was.
Oh, wow.
I'm not usually the biggest flavored coffee person, but the blueberry was absolutely delicious, so it makes me optimistic on those flavors as well.
Yeah, Big Cat knows what he's doing with these beans. All right, this story I don't fully understand. It says Dan Campbell reportedly doxxed and forced to sell his home. After a loss last season against the Cowboys, Dan Campbell's address was reportedly made public, and someone sent a bunch of contractors to his house to make repairs that weren't actually needed. And then after his loss to the Niners in the NFC Championship game, the harassment ramped up. Fans have continued showing up to his home, and it's gotten so bad that Dan Campbell is now selling the home for the safety of his family. Now, I understand that's all terrible. Fans are lunatics. They shouldn't stalk and harass coaches. I feel most people's addresses or homes are very easy to find. And, like, Dan Campbell can't be the first coach to have, like, fans show up to his house. How is this the first we're really hearing about this?
I think a lot of people don't know that you can find everybody's address. So it's only like if it gets leaked online and everyone sees it, then you're going to go. But it's also just, I don't understand these Lions fans.
That's what I'm saying. Dan Campbell's the best thing that has ever happened.
This whole story is confusing.
I thought he was like the prodigal king.
The savior of Detroit. Yeah.
I do remember he did a dumb thing at the end of that Cowboys game. Was it going for 2 or something?
Yeah.
But still, Dan Campbell has made the Lions a Super Bowl favorite and consistent, playoff team. That's
he's changed the city more than anybody's ever changed.
Yeah, that
the city.
Is bizarre to me. Lion fans, if they get their address, they should just be fucking leaving
flowers.
Yeah, flowers at his doorstep.
What do you find in John Rich?
Well, how did they lose the Niners game last year? Didn't they lose it in?
I think they.
Did he not go for it? He went for it on 4th and 2. How did that game end?
I do remember it was a close late thing.
He went for it, they didn't get it.
What's really funny is when stuff happens like that.
Or did they not go for it and people were like, Dan Campbell, you've abandoned your
balls to the wall.
Right.
Thing.
The Niners came back from 17 down.
That's right.
I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
I don't know. The whole thing confuses me. I'm sure it wasn't hard to find Ron Rivera's address. No Washington fans showed up to his house, throwing stones through his window or anything. Maybe Detroit's just built different.
Maybe everyone's just got to separate church and state.
Yeah.
Maybe not go by the guy's house.
Besides Philly, they'll throw batteries at.
Yeah. For that, you
anybody.
gotta expect.
That's how they roll.
That's what Smitty was born into.
I feel like Detroit is just Philly with a lot less success.
Detroit is Philly with less success.
Minus the Red Wings.
I'm all right with that. Yeah, Red Wings were good in the late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, but
beat the
still.
Caps, Stanley Cup in 4.
Seems like kind of the same breed of people to me, if that makes sense.
Trash.
Just hard-nosed, trashy folks. Yeah.
All right. Shots fired.
Not really.
No, I love Philadelphia. I love Philadelphia.
Messing with you, balls. You know I'm always.
You know I love Philly, brother.
Rome Odunze.
Yes, on the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears wide receiver. His dad is chronically online, and so Dan Orlovsky did this tweet where he was like, Caleb has to throw in more 50-50 balls. He can't get open at the next level. So his chronically online dad posted a video showing that he was wide open in the end zone and the ball wasn't thrown to him. So then Bears fans are like, hey, man, come on, stop trying to divide Caleb from his wide receivers and trying to turn fans against Caleb and et cetera, et cetera. And then his dad's like, nah, fam, I'm just replying to Dan Orlovsky saying he can't get open. It has nothing to do with anybody else. Clearly has a little something to do with the quarterback not throwing it to his son. It's never good when a player's dad makes himself the story. I saw it with RG3. I saw it with Chase Young, and we saw it with who? Odell Beckham.
I mean, Lonzo.
Lonzo. It rarely works out. And now it's happening here. John Rich?
I'm saying he's tweeting every like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's
a lot of
that
retweets.
video. Like,
If I was a pro
nonstop.
athlete, I'm taking my parents' phones away.
Yeah.
You can't be tweeting on
That's the fun part with social media now is that you get, I mean, I remember growing up back in the day, everyone had these crazy parents that would yell at the coach if your son doesn't play, all that jazz, and now you're just giving them a Twitter.
I think my parents were pretty understanding of that.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying mine where I'm saying you didn't know crazy parents like that?
No, of course, but yeah.
Now they just have Twitter. It's insane.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Does your mom do that watching Sunday Conversations? Like, oh, should have cut to him there.
No, I don't think she does.
He got all those Randy Orton tattoos, not to be cut to one more time.
Ooh, I don't think she does. She came to a shoot we did last week, actually.
She watched a combo
Yeah,
live.
she watched. Yeah.
Who was it with?
A Nigerian rapper, Fireboy. Great.
Fireboy, of course.
He was actually
She
great.
loves Fireboy, right?
Yeah, huge Fireboy.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Balls has always been.
Yeah, she was like, you have to let me
She
come.
used to go on Dat Piff to listen to
Yeah,
Fireboy.
she's like, you have to let me come to Fireboy. But it was awesome. Yeah, it was fun.
How would you rank the guest? Who's been the best guest? Who's been the worst guest?
Can
not
I
gonna say
give
who's
you
been the worst.
Glenny's
Oh,
best
true.
guests ever?
Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, Aaron Rodgers. Those have got to be your two, right?
Yeah.
Drake.
Drake. Yeah, those are the three.
You went to dinner with Drake after.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would say the best.
Do
video-
you ever think about that? Like Drake took me to the Olive Garden. Like that's pretty sick.
I went to Soto in Toronto, his favorite restaurant. But I think the best video was Kevin Gates.
Is that when he was just cracking up the whole
Yeah, I
time?
agree.
Yeah, we're kind of on video. We're kind of on record saying I think that's the best one.
Interesting. Good.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Good. I hope to be on it one day.
I think it's gonna happen.
I don't think I'm famous enough. You guys get A-listers. I'm not an A-lister.
Yeah, you're the dog.
You get.
B.
I'm not a B-lister on this panel of three. All right, this is one of my favorite stories. Arthur Blank, he's the owner of the Falcons. By some sort of miracle, he's now being inducted into the Falcons Ring of Honor. So he's inducting himself into the Falcons Ring of Honor. But he's the man. So he's the owner of Home Depot. He's worth $9 billion. He's giving every fan to that Sunday night game 2 hot dogs, free hot dogs, 2 free bags of chips, and unlimited soda and a souvenir
Dang.
Arthur Blank Ring of Honor cup.
Well, this is his
Wait,
thing.
is it an Arthur Blank?
It says souvenir cup. I have to assume he's putting himself on the
That
cup,
would be
right?
incredible.
I have to assume.
This is his thing. That's his thing. Is he does the cheap concessions. He's
Cheap
always been the
concession,
cheap
yep.
concessions guy,
Yep.
which I respect, very much respect. Now, is there maybe a different method of how they decide who gets Ring of Honor? Maybe like I don't know, fans or higher up say, "Wow, what everything he's done has been great."
0 Super Bowls, right?
0 Super Bowls, but he has made beer
He's
$5.
on the cup.
He is on the cup.
That is pretty sweet.
That's why he's like, I need to get these in as many hands as possible.
And 2 hot dogs is generous.
I
That's a
love
lot.
Arthur Blank.
Yeah.
I always remember.
Like he could have stopped at 1 hot dog. He said no.
There's no reason.
2 hot
Like if
dogs.
you're a kid go to the game, you don't need 2 hot dogs.
It's also like I'd obviously put myself in the Ring of Honor immediately.
Yeah.
Like on day one of being
Look
an
at
owner.
this. This man. Hey, listen. Only one Super Bowl team. One team wins the Super Bowl every year. Not every team gets those concession prices. Look at that.
Popcorn $2,
$2 hot
fries
dogs.
$3, cheeseburgers $5, nachos $3, pizza slice $3, hot dog $2.
Bud Light for $5.
So the Commanders, they have very expensive concession prices at the stadium, like maybe the highest in the league. And I've always thought I don't mind the beer prices being exuberant. Like I kind of understand why they're so expensive. I will never understand like a $9 hot dog.
I will also say. I always say.
I'd understand the hot dog quicker. $9 hot dog's not that
No.
crazy.
$9 for
it is.
1 hot dog is so.
I mean, if it's a foot
I
long,
think low-key the beers aren't even that bad.
because they're 25 ounces.
Most beers are like $14-15 and they're 25 ounces.
Yeah.
That's like if you go to a bar, if we go to grab a beer right now across the street, it's probably $6-7 a beer.
At least,
It's not
yeah.
that absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But friggin', I was at a Met game a few weeks ago. I think the water was like $7. It's
Yeah, I never
like
understand.
a $7 water.
You gotta let people drink water.
I
ain't touching a water fountain.
I don't know why this comment sticks with me. I just thought it was so funny. PFT said it like, I don't know, 7 years ago that Arthur Blank looks like he should be a waiter at a restaurant for ghosts. And it's just so accurate for some
don't
reason.
get it.
It makes perfect sense.
Like in a
my brain.
movie.
The black suit,
Yeah.
the red tie, he like kind of has a pale, ghostly like face already.
Like Steve Martin reminds me of that.
No, Arthur Blank. Maybe Arthur Blank's the maitre d'.
Killing me. I would say it reminds me of Dave when he said the first thing he would do when he buys a football team is make himself the offensive coordinator. He's like, if I own the team, I'm calling the plays. He's like, we're not going to win games, but what's the point of owning the team if you're not making every decision? Which I get why owners have such a hard time letting go of control.
Yeah, I mean, you walk into a restaurant for ghosts, and this guy's taking your order.
Kind of looks a little like a mob guy almost. Got a little mob feel.
I would assume he's a mob guy. Yeah. And then finally, this is just a psychotic story. A Philly man was upset over his fantasy football league, so he made not one but two death threats, or he didn't make death threats. He called a bomb threat on one guy who was traveling to Norway, and he called up Norway. He goes, hey, Norway, you got a guy coming. He's going to fucking blow up your country. And that was a lie. And then another guy, he submitted a tip to the University of Iowa. Same guy for another guy in the fantasy league. Submitted a tip to the University of Iowa saying that this man is going to come and blow up the school. He's just, fantasy football's no joke, I guess.
This.
It makes me sad that he's 25. He's kind of a younger fella. I like fantasy football so much more if it's like it's something like the league where it's like dads that take it really seriously.
Yeah.
But mid-20s going that far,
go out there and
that has a wrong taste in my mouth.
Sometimes it's all you got is your fantasy football league, and if someone's like vetoing a trade or something, you have to call.
It is crazy. In high school, like, I would say the number one most important thing in my life was my fantasy team. There was nothing else. I'd wake up in the morning, I'd look at the projections, the waivers, I'd come home from school, I would read Matthew Berry's love-hate list and his rank. It was the only thing, that and like the Yankees were the only two things that could ever affect my happiness. There was no other factors in my life.
Sports used to matter.
I mean, look, you can't pick up Jordan Mason on waivers if you're in fucking prison, Norwegian prison. So
I bet they do fantasy football in prison.
I don't know.
I wonder what the football watching is like in prison.
It all depends on the prison, of course, but some prisons are pretty laid back, and they have like TVs in the rec room and the lounge areas, but maybe they don't have like laptops, but they probably do fantasy football manually.
Or you get scores. Like you think guys are betting, they got to be betting in prison.
Yeah, cigarette and stuff. Yeah. Why don't you go to prison and find out for us?
I'm good.
Just commit a felony, boss.
I'm okay.
All right. Aftershow, Stephen Che is dead to me. He posted his poop on Instagram and on Twitter.
I'm fine with it. I'm a Chaniac.
It's disgusting.
I can't get enough Stephen Che content. I'm mad that I missed the shit, to be honest.
He deleted it?
He deleted it all. And in his defense, he said that when he did tweet the shit, he put on the sensitivity graphic.
Fair.
What inspired it? Like, was it like a curled shit or something?
They made a bet on the Yak, which is a daily show they do with Big Cat, and they said you have to eat corn until
3 straight days, only corn.
No, you have to eat corn until your poop is only corn. Because like corn doesn't digest in your stomach. Like you go eat a corn burrito, like the corn still comes out looking like corn. So they wanted to know how long until he just is pooping kernels of corn. Pretty funny. And then I guess he just posted the results. I don't wish to see it.
That's not that crazy then, if that was the whole thing, if that was the whole reasoning for it. I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see.
People were quite upset. John, did you see it? No. I assume it was disgusting.
It's probably somewhere online, but I can't find it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a poop guy. I don't know about you guys, but I'd rather not.
Yeah,
I like doing it, but I don't like to see other people's.
I also don't like. I don't know. You didn't tweet out his dick or something.
Well, that's that. I'd rather see Stephen Che's dick than his poop.
Okay. Pause.
One's funny, one's gross.
I don't know. Whatever. Che does Che.
Yeah. No.
Did you see the clip of him on the Yak doing GeoGuessr? It's on the main Barstool
He's
Instagram.
Unbelievable.
But it like just happened. Like he's not like KB where he knows everything. He was like, oh, this is Quincy, Massachusetts. Like my friend lives there.
Yeah.
And then it was like Fair or somewhere in Maryland. Like, oh, this is right by the Commanders. But like I had another friend who lives there.
He just like nailed like Bethesda, Maryland.
No, this is like.
This is a nice neighborhood.
Yeah. This is by the Commander Stadium.
What?
He speaks in absolutes.
He gets this one right. He's the man if he gets this right.
It's by the Commander Stadium?
This is hard because I'm not positive the exact state because this is gonna be it's like Maryland, Virginia. It could technically be.
We'll
DC.
give you credit.
Oh!
Bang!
Holy fucking shit!
Anything to plug? Only Stands.
A new Survivor came back last night.
New season of Survivor started last night. A guy had a mental breakdown on day 2 because his tribe didn't cheer for him when he opened up a coconut. That was one of the funniest clips.
One of the
history.
weakest humans that has ever been on this show, mentally.
Well, last year a girl quit day 1 because she missed her vape.
Yeah.
So he did lay down in the middle of a challenge.
Yeah, he called this guy Glenn. He called medical at the end of the challenge.
No, in the middle of the
He was
challenge.
faking it. I think
Yeah,
he was faking
because
it.
he was
knew
like
he was going to get voted off.
He was,
anyway.
but he was afraid his tribe didn't like him, and he was like a little tired from the challenge. So they came over and put like a cold towel on him, and he was like,
Why do you think I stopped
"I'm gonna
watching
get voted out
Smokes?"
tonight." No, it's true.
Didn't get voted out.
Yeah, that's why I'm out.
Big time lib got voted out.
Yeah.
Obama's speechwriter, first
Obama,
out.
speechwriter.
And I have a take. They didn't show anything in the episode to make it seem like he should have been voted out. I think like
They're protecting
the lib machine is behind not showing like how bad of a player he was.
Election interference by
Yeah,
CBS.
more Jeff Probst.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the rundown. Subscribe to OnlyFans, Stands. So Tommy, you got anything? Tommy's
Snuffing torches.
Tommy's
Smoke
Thursday.
show soon, or TikTok. Just put out a banger TikTok. Or Glenny put out a banger
Yeah,
TikTok
me and
of us
Tom
today.
collaborated today. Got 6,000 views.
Follow at John Rich TV, at Barstool Gaz, Liam from the 508, all the big hitters. That's it.